From Sonoma, California, I'm joined by Allen Roland, online columnist. Welcome to the program, sir. Mr. Roland, I mean, what we've seen during the past months is people, and in this particular case, students exercising their constitutional rights, staging peaceful protests. I mean, why then are we seeing America going back on its own constitution, the First Amendment I'm pointing to?
Oh, thank you again for having me on Press TV. And let me just say that the Constitution is being shredded right before our eyes. What we're seeing here is the militarization of the police force. You may not realize, but a lot of these police forces across the country have been trained by Mossad. They're using the same techniques that Israel uses with the West Bank people and Gaza people right here in the United States. And what do you mean? What I mean is this, is that these people are being treated more and more like what? Terrorists. And that's exactly what the militarization of the police force is one of the most outrageous acts that is happening right now. According to the Constitution, that is illegal, but that has been shredded. Right now, the president has the opportunity to do this, to basically jail anyone without due process. That's been passed by Congress. So this is going to get worse before it gets better, as I've been saying for months, as we approach the election. But also, don't forget, students are carrying one of the most heavy debt loads of any country in the world and the United States. The average student loan is something like $32,000. So they have a lot to be, and their tuition is going up. So they've got a lot to be angry about, and the police are militarized, so it can only get worse.
Well, as you said, the case will only get worse. I mean, if this trend happens to go on in the foreseeable future, how will this portray America's international image as what it claims to be the standard bearer and the flag bearer of defending human rights?
That is a laugh. That is totally laughable. We are no longer the standard bearer of human rights at all. And the whole world is already looking at us with chagrined looks, but not shocked looks, because we already have the reputation of being a rogue nation and not living up to what we say. But the problem is the Constitution is being shredded before our eyes, and you're going to be seeing more and more actions like this, particularly in college campuses across the country. We saw it at UC Davis, we saw it back east, we saw it today in Santa Monica, and it will continue. So this is not a laughing matter. This is shocking, but it's happening, and it will happen at an increased level right up until the election. And what's happening is also this, is that the police forces have been butchered. They just bought, the Department of Homeland Security just bought 450 rounds of hollow bullets. These are bullets meant for human beings. So what are they arming themselves for? They're arming themselves for the people who are revolting against the administration and the establishment. As I've said before in Press TV, eventually the will of the people will meet the will of the government or the establishment, and that's not going to be pretty.
Indeed. All right, then, on that note, I'm sorry we'll have to leave it there. Many thanks, sir, to Allen Roland, online columnist from Sonoma, California. Thanks for your time there, sir.